OMG as they get ready to load on with these compositions. It's double assassin plus a very self-sustaining bottom lane and a high-pressure proxy top lane, trying to deal with some mobility, some poke, some harass, and Graves.
And from the looks of it, while we have the team compositions now available just on your screens, we have to highlight Invictus Gaming first and communicate how they're going to play that game out, because it's all about not fighting you directly unless they want to.
Yeah, as we load onto the Rift for game number 1, this is Invictus Gaming taking on OMG in Spring Split 2017 of the LPL. But to continue following on with that point about IG, they are going to look to get big. Somebody on their team is going to get big. It's going to be LeBlanc, it's going to be Rengar, or it's going to be Singed, and I really don't see a lot of ways to stop that.
Well, I mean, knowing IG, it will be Rookie.
Yeah.
There's no real way around who it's going to be. Their strategies have always been about getting Rookie ahead. LeBlanc, very easy champion to do that. And once again, let's bring this back to their composition, right? So there's a Singed.
Yeah.
Singed doesn't really want to team fight unless Singed has to. So best case scenario is he's just being an absolute menace. Might go Rot Portal, sit in the top lane with 3 Dark Seals and a Corrupting Potion for about 15 minutes. And just have a great time laughing constantly.
Yeah.
That's his goal. Maokai wants to actually be involved, get some good teleport plays off and be a part of the team, which is where the Ashe crops up for OMG as well. So opposite styles through the top lane. We go to the jungle position, and Rengar, he wants to gank people. He definitely wants to get things done. If they can kill the Maokai, then Singed is in an even better position. But if they can get Rookie ahead, then they're even better off than if the Singed was. Because Rookie can go everywhere and pivot from that middle lane.
Yeah. And he's Rookie. He's got the name factor. Not to say that like Duke doesn't have a name factor. You always got to wonder about that. As an ex-pro player, do you ever let the names of your opponents change how you play against them?
I turn names off. That was my solution to it. Yeah, playing in LAN events, even if you turn names off, you're in a booth that's generally soundproof or you can't hear anything.
Ooh, Ignite, but the chain missed. Rookie used his distortion and is forced to flash away.
He should not have. He's about to get a kill to minions.
Oh, gosh. Oh. You could even hear the audience in the background watching.
Rookie could have turned around and auto-attacked and got a kill. Because Icon had about 10 health remaining. And on a player that we call the Hitman of the LPL, who comes around and takes everybody out, usually in a one-on-one, he makes a big mistake.
He almost had it. Was right next to that hitbox on the ethereal chain, but Kid is going to be right next to Shui Shui in the jungle as blue buff is picked up. But Shui Shui with the early roam to mid lane only just now gets level 3 as Kid heads back in, waiting for the recall of that rise. It's a slow walk back up mid, though.
Yeah, being forced out that early. Rookie will also have to recall once Icon comes back, so it will match. And these mid laners are effectively just not going to see each other as much as they would like anymore. Best case scenario for Rookie is that he just, trades well and then recalls so that he's got a potion advantage. Refillable's not that efficient. And because he's got a stack of minions, he should get this successfully under the turret. Icon, stop it.
He was looking for it.
I don't know what he was looking for.
But Kid instead just returns to his side of the jungle as Shui Shui heads around, spotted out by a ward. Kid now going to head on down to Krugs. We'll see if Shui, Kid? Is it
okay,
the double names?
We're going to commit to calling him just Kid.
Okay.
Because he has been called Kid for a long time.
Yes.
We don't need to say Kid. It feels redundant, and I don't know what 282 means. So
yeah,
we're going to call him his full name.
Ward over the wall as Kid now hides just outside of vision. He's going to wait a little bit for that Graves to head back out before starting back in. And yeah, now we can see that. But Shui, or I guess he actually is Shui.
He's Shui, yeah.
We'll go ahead and opt for that recall then.
Now, one other place, and the reason that the Graves is able to do this, he who shall not be named, is able to actually push in is because Ashe and Zyra will win this lane. They picked the Tahm Kench as a tool outside of the laning phase, so they're able to actually eat somebody up if they get hit by the Ashe arrow or get hit by the Zyra E and keep them alive and put them into a safe place. Through laning phase, against an Ashe W and a Zyra poke, there's just no chance they win that until at least an item.
That's Duke now using his teleport to get back in the top lane as the fan vote on the bottom of your screen is split right down the middle. 49% for IG, 51 for OMG.
I think the fans learned their lesson after voting for RNG so heavily.
Yeah.
Keep it 50-50.
Yeah,
There's a better chance we get it right.
Hedge your bets, try to keep it even. But Rookie continuing to farm up in that mid lane, taking a look so far, we've been watching the junglers.
He did it as well. He went 3 Dark Seals.
Oh my goodness, he did.
I said it half joking.
So I actually had to ask you this earlier today. In LCK, we already saw Singed with 2 Dark Seals because the healing potion, the healing bonus, is not unique.
The potion healing bonus is.
Yes.
We're watching a little bit of a tip first.
Ooh, flash from Shui Shui. Rookie gets in. Going to try to follow up with the chain and gets it before popping right back away from Icon, who's trying to clean it up. But Rookie is kiting it out. Standing in the way is Kid. Body blocking. And Icon gets too greedy for his own good.
He had no choice, though, really. He could have tried to run away, but he was very much in for the kill, and all he could see was red. And now all he can see is gray because he made a big mechanical mistake more than once.
Yeah.
It was played well by Rookie. Kid did really well to actually body block, and it was smart movements, but it's not going to be enough. Icon could have actually just pressed E twice on Rookie and Q'd Kid to make sure it bounced, but he went for the kill instead. It was a harder option, but it didn't work.
Trying to go for the upfront damage instead of the smart follow-up could give us a little bit of insight into how these players are thinking with the pressure of this match on the line.
You want to talk about pressure. He still has 3 Dark Seals on his Singed. That man has no pressure when it comes to what's on his shoulders.
To clarify, you get the plus 15% on
increased
each of
healing
those.
from potions.
So that's a bonus 45% effective health from potions.
So he may go towards the corrupting potion so that it heals for an extra amount and he gets extra stacks on it. He might just keep it at the refillable and recall often. We'll see how he does.
Kid is already level 6 and immediately turns in onto Icon, stacking up the AoE. Rookie gets one before being snared and dropped down. That's 5 who gets the kill. Ooh.
Hey, I'd be okay with that if I was the Zyra. Still going to do a lot of damage. Icon will scale perfectly fine just by getting the wave, pushing it in, and being able to reset. Rookie gets the kill instead of Kid as well, I believe. So that's a pretty big LeBlanc that they have to contend with. But LeBlanc changes from quite a while ago means that he could not go straight back to the Distort, and he does fall down. So well done from 5 in the first place to be able to hit those Thorns.
That's Icon now back in the mid lane as Kid catches those minions. Duke continuing to be singed. And yeah, it's exciting to see that Kid and Rookie are so aggressive. They're pulling the trigger almost immediately on the whim.
And the important thing there is that Kid is with Rookie doing all of these things. Rengar pretty good at ganking near middle lane, but LeBlanc also very good at rotating from middle lane, pivoting elsewhere on the map, and that's what they're utilizing. Kid and Rookie going in tandem to actually make plays elsewhere, catch people off guard, and push where their advantages lie, and not helping bottom lane, where they're at a disadvantage, which is this time around smart. And that's Kid's on record saying that that's how he's going to play as the jungler on Summoner's Rift. If he finds someone with a lead, he goes there.
Well, that could just be a little bit of a mind game.
I
want to set the expectation.
For a whole split, it's not just a mind game. He knows what he wants.
Okay, so that's Rookie picking up blue buff for himself. Very intelligent play to know the damage of that new LeBlanc. She was only changed, I believe, 2 months ago, so already very well experienced on it. Not too much change, but you just got to learn the damage of her new Shatter.
I mean, for those at home, it's pretty hard to learn LeBlanc when she's permanently banned.
Yeah, that too.
So I'd imagine he's got quite a fair bit of practice in scrims or something like that. But yeah, Rookie definitely showing his capabilities on the champion. Icon floundering a little bit, unfortunately, and conversely to how Rookie is performing.
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, we're only seeing about a 9, maybe 10 CS deficit. SMLZ is going to open up as he catches these minions when they shove back in. As Icon will catch blue buff for himself in the mid lane to try to alleviate some of this pressure that Rookie's putting out. But so far, things are relatively calm outside of Rookie and Kid's lust for blood.
Yeah, Icon also making a movement there, looking at blue buff. One of the best times to gank if you're going to make a play like that is transitioning from the blue buff where they assume you're coming back to lane. Here they go.
Oh, there goes the Realm Warp bottom. They're going to try to get over the wall. Arrow still catches Megan. March just might have to leave him for dead. as there's a teleport in the back. Megan finally falls. Marge already used that
committed.
chain of corruption. They're trying to go in. Duke is in, but it's 5 versus
Oh,
4.
Rookie.
That's a huge distortion. Can he get the shatter to drop onto everyone? Rookie drops away, but Xiong follows. Chain lets him escape. Meanwhile, Kid cleans up 1. Make that 2 as he continues following up Duke with the fling, with the laugh.
No.
Oh, gets snared under the turret. Oh, and dies in the meanwhile. Xiong eats some damage. Arrow and Rookie are going to clean up the kill. That is 4 for, I believe, is that 2?
That's 1.
4 for 2 because Tom Kench also died.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
so he revived quick enough. But that's honestly, IG, as an end result of that fight, they're here to play. Rookie has shown up massive as a result. And Megan, yeah, they do a lot of damage. It takes a little while to kill him. And Kid comes in to do enough damage. This compensates because it's onto Icon. This is the big play. That hits everybody. Unfortunately, the Q doesn't bounce because I was just seeing pentakills everywhere. But the fact that Rookie lives as well means that the rest of the team's able to do their work. He'd already done his part. And then he comes in once again to help secure another kill. As Duke, look, Dark Seals aren't going to help you stay alive when you're actually team fighting. But once again, very impressive from IG.
Yeah, I really appreciated how surprised you were that he actually completed the teleport instead of continuing to shove and split push.
It was more, yeah, so Tom Kenja died, and
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to commit to the fight once he was already dead, but they did use a lot to secure him. So once again, yes, that was confusing.
Oh.
I mean, it was the fake that took the Q,
Yeah.
but it just looked very classy from Rookie. What a magician.
Just showing as much as you can. So I believe there is also a something that we are aware of with LeBlanc is that if you put the Sigil of Malice on multiple targets, and then LeBlanc tosses out her Orb of Destruction, I believe it is the Shadow Orb now, and then leaves the 1,200 unit range,
All right.
it will not bounce.
I had no idea where you were going with that one, but
So
I'm with you now.
She only bounces her Q if LeBlanc is within 1,200. I think it's 1,200.
It's 1,100.
1,100 units of target.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah.
If we ever see that happen,
So
from
that
Rookie,
might have
then
been what happened. He hopped in, tossed out the Q,
No,
but
it
then
was just-
immediately popped back.
Not that time.
Okay.
It was just delay, so you have to wait the period before it bounces. Yeah.
But instead, they will walk out with their lives. Looks like Kid trying to start out with that. SMLZ going to look for the kill,
Here
but
comes
instead eats a lot
Kid.
of damage. But Kid's on the hunt. He just needs to hop in. Oh, SMLZ is actually the closest target despite the exhaust. 5 gets followed up on. Flash dodges the chains, but Ignite, and then the walk away from Rookie to clean it up.
And he's even going to get out alive here, you would imagine. Looks like he might potentially even want more.
Yeah, looks like we were just a little bit out of sync with the actual screen there. I apologize. There is the Ignite and the cleanup for the kill.
We're prophets.
Yes,
Just want to make that clear. We're definitely prophets.
we are looking ahead, but that is Shui obliterating poor Rookie on his way out.
Now, Rookie could have lived.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. He got hungry. He wanted another kill on Shui. For some reason, he wanted to try and fight the full health Graves. Yeah. Doesn't exactly do the right thing.
Yeah, meanwhile, Duke continuing to farm up in that top lane. 3 Dark Seals. What does he buy next? Ruby Crystal into Giant's Belt, and then Giant's Belt straight into
It
Sunfire?
really just depends what he wants, right? You could go Sunfire, you could go GLP 800 if you're feeling a bit risque. He's already committed to 3 Dark Seals. He's not exactly slot efficient when it comes to buying wards or items. So honestly, just do your best, Singed. When someone commits to 3 of them, I have some serious questions.
I'm going to say that from now on. What's he doing? His best. That's it.
That's all you can really ask for, right?
Alrighty, so 9-4 right now for Invictus Gaming as they're about 2,500 gold ahead. Rookie 10 CS ahead, but 5 of his team kills. Kid, I keep saying Kid, 3-0-6. 5 follows up with some aggression onto Megan before just hopping away.
And gives him a no reply as well,
Yeah.
so forces him out. Unfortunately, Marge is nearby to apply some damage of his own. This is actually an interesting point of the game where Spirit Visage has been fully equipped now for Xiong. So in terms of the damage that IG will deal to him, Singed is irrelevant to him now. It's just minions and general annoyance that he has to deal with. If he gets a teleport in, Rookie's not even a factor either. So go on to Marge, win the fight is honestly how OMG could play this one out right now. Maokai, when he's a tank, is pretty much unstoppable.
Yeah, Duke is on a roam, but Shui now shows himself bottom. That red buff is essentially forfeit But let's see if OMG can make something happen on the other side. This side of the jungle has already been cleared. They hop over the wall towards the dragon before roaming towards the mid lane. Is Rookie going to be able to get out of this? Point and click. That's all it takes.
Still looking for that first turret.
There he is, outside of the range of the turret, however, so he gets out.
Yeah, and just another general trade. Hitting level 11 also. Rookie's doing a lot of damage. They should go for this, actually.
Yeah, Rookie goes in, finds Icon, procs a lot of damage before being locked down over the wall. Flash, and he gets away from the collateral damage. Shui is exhausted, about to be consumed by Megan. Is he going to give the kill? No, he's not quite. 11-4 as IG turn OMG's play on its head.
Now, these two in the bottom lane have fought, if you're wondering why there's nothing available for either of them. But they're both alive. In saying that, SMLZ does not have his support. March does.
Is Megan going to try to go for it? Oh, this is going to be slow. Oh, he could have. Maybe.
5 shows up at the right time, so.
Snare catches Megan.
Don't think he'll die.
He doesn't have the gray health. There he goes. Now just getting it back, so he will be able to shield back, but Marge gets to stay in lane and keep pushing.
And whilst we're looking at the AD carries as well, they will get the Drake for free here. Marge has opted towards a different AD carry Varus build to what we saw earlier in the day. This is more the ADC equivalent that we've been seeing in the LCK. More cooldown reduction.
Yo, Marge!
He was shopping.
Yeah.
And now he's dead.
Got caught window shopping.
So now he can buy the item that he was that I was just talking about. Thank you for that one, Marge.
It's more efficient than taking the full 8 seconds.
Except that he's still dead for another 20. Now what this does do though, Dom, is that it's basically Ashe.
Yeah.
Instead of going for the I can kill tanks, I can kill the Maokai build, they've got an AD carry on the other side of OMG in Zhuezhui. So he's going to go towards the CDR build opposed to the shredding of health.
We do have a turret race. Ooh, and it is picked up. First turret goes over to OMG as Rookie and Kid will try to capitalize by taking down the mid tier 1. Ping's now down onto that bottom tier 2. OMG are grouped as 4. They've got level 1 Realm Orb.
I don't think they have enough damage to kill the Maokai. No matter what, I still feel like he'll walk away unless Rengar just comes in and bops him.
Yeah, that's the flash. Rookie does a lot, but that's a full Spirit Visage. There goes Rengar. They're trying to get in there. Megan's joined up as well. 2 turrets deep, and they escape. They don't have any minions for the tier 1, however.
Yeah, that was pretty Lord of the Rings from them, honestly. that was a lot of effort, right? And a lot of time wasted just to kill the giant tree. But it also gives OMG the availability to now rotate around the map. They've gone from bottom to mid. They're looking for a second turret.
Yeah, Isengard is falling right now as OMG shove forward. Rookie's in the back with Megan, and there
Ooh,
goes
that's
the snare.
on.
Catches SMLZ. Rookie eats an arrow, but gets pulled right back out, and SMLZ gets away from the chain before being locked down. However, Duke is still top.
Did you know the chain still locks on?
Yeah.
Like Tom Kent ate him, and the chain just stayed out of his mouth.
Yep.
To lock down the Ashe. That's pretty cool. They don't actually get what they're looking for. OMG do, however. And so now another turret goes down. They should eventually get that top lane turret whenever Duke's done having a laugh. And so that's still effectively a trade. But when you look at what happened in that bottom lane, I still think it actually comes out as a really big favorable moment, honestly, for OMG.
So that is 2 turrets for 2 turrets. Top and mid versus mid and bottom.
Yeah.
Along with 1 for 1 in terms of kills, but OMG, as you said, they've got the momentum now.
So the reason that I say it's favorable is like IG still have a gold lead, right? They're still in control of Summoner's Rift. They've still got the big jungle mid lane combo, but OMG trading equally when from a negative position is actually still a positive outcome for them theoretically.
Have to
Except
see if they
5
can
is
go
dead.
for it. Oh, he's running away, but Kid is on the prowl. He's got a lot of time. There goes the Realm Orb. He's leaving the turret, in fact.
Very scared of the
Oh,
R-bot.
but guess who he's found now? SMLZ.
Look at
SMLZ knows.
He's so far behind his turret.
Shui now is the target. He sees the icon.
Oh, Rengar's so broken.
Rookie's now using this opportunity to push towards the bottom. All it took was Rengar ultimate to zone people away, and that's Rookie with a full minion wave onto a turret.
He sent 2 of them to base.
Yeah.
He didn't even touch them. And then Ashe in the middle lane's just asking where his team is. Rookie won't get it yet. It'll take another wave, so Icon will still respond in time, but that is a lot of damage to a structure that won't regenerate health. Basically just by pressing R. There wasn't even a Drake.
They're trying to look for this blue buff right now. They drop a control ward, but Shui will take that blue. In the meanwhile, the pressure from IG frees up Rookie to finish off that bottom tier 1. Now the 3rd turret for IG. 20 minutes in, 4,000 gold ahead.
Yeah, and this is starting to hit that really dangerous point for OMG. IG running away with the game. We could bring this back to draft phase, but I'm not going to until the game does in fact end. OMG need to actually make something happen around this middle game. I suppose power spike that they should have just based off their team composition. Ash needs to hit those arrows. But instead SMLZ is going for the offensive build, wants to deal damage, doesn't have the cooldown reduction. And so there won't be very many arrows to speak of.
Things slowing down just a little bit now as IG managed to get a pretty big buy.
He is doing it. The worst kind of singed. So Righteous Glory.
Yeah,
obviously it makes sense. You want to get the move speed running towards champions to fling them. Also has the slow application at the end so you can slow people down, and Singed wants both of those things. But he's also going Rot Portal. And you know, 7.1, they actually buffed Rot Portal's damage to structures. They reduced the duration of it by 30 seconds.
And the range.
And the cooldown and the range. So they've, like, you call it a nerf, but it's actually just a change.
Yeah.
And overall a buff.
It's no longer like drop it super far back in the lane and let it just push for you. Now it's a very concentrated sieging device.
But that's why it's a buff for a Singed. So the way that a Singed plays is he's behind your turret. And you as the Maokai, in this case, can choose to fight him and kill him, which is a free kill eventually. It'll just take a while. Or you can kill the minions. And the Rot minions, if you leave them and fight the Singed, will actually just take the turrets now.
Yeah. He is going to finish that off and drops it down at his own turret. So he's actually not currently using it as a sieging device. He's using it to hold the top tier 1.
Yeah. So if both of them leave lane, Singed lane will auto push and he will win the lane as a result of this. It'll make a slow push as well.
Oh, is Xiang going to walk under and... Oh, he was looking so dedicated. I just wanted to see him walk under the turret, clear it under the turret, and then leave. But instead decides to back away. Dragon's up now in 20 seconds. So if a fight breaks out, that Z-Rot portal is going to do some serious damage to the minion wave and allow Duke to put some pressure on that top lane, despite not even being there.
And you have to feel like the hope is starting to dwindle for OMG. Realistically, their winning lane in terms of pressure in the bottom lane doesn't exist anymore. Varus still farmed equally as well as the Ashe, so they come out equal in a lane that was their worst of 3. Kid's fed, top lane is the Singed, and Rookie is also fed. Icon is super far behind in what was meant to be one of our heavy-hitting matchups. And IG just able to play 1-3-1, push them around the entire map, just take everything piece by piece until it all falls together.
Question is, how long is that going to take for them to close this game out, as we now are at 23 minutes, 2 dragons, 4 IG, and OMG now find themselves with really nothing to fight. You can't exactly break down that top tier 1 with Duke up there.
Here's the thing as well, speaking of these, so disregard them fighting each other. It's that you have to build a Rot Portal to beat a Rot Portal.
Yeah.
And so that is where Xiang's going towards now. Forces him towards an item I don't know if he necessarily wants, but it will be okay to have.
Rookie heading towards the top lane. Very optimistically, but he's going to be spotted out by a sapling and a few wards. Meanwhile, Marge, not Megan, is going to be the one clearing out some wards as Duke he's having a great time. Look at the smile on his face in the camera on the left. He's just, I'm pushing. There's nothing he can do.
I'm in the LPL. This is great. Everything's great. I get to play Singed here. Take that, Coma.
The rest. The rest of OMG.
SKT's coach is just shaking their head at LCK at the moment watching this.
The rest of OMG, we're looking for a bit of a death bush in their own jungle by the Raptor camp. But Invictus Gaming not going to fall for it. Rookie roaming around, finds 5, and then gets, whoa, right back out. Xiang catches him with the snare. That is going to be the tether. But Megan joins up, and Kid now heads forward to clear out those wards. Uh-oh. Arrow?
He's got the W.
Oh,
yeah.
Great clear from Kid. That is amazing.
Yeah, he really pressed that W button real well, Dom. I love that champion so much. He's got his deadman's plate too, so as if he wasn't like stunned, he's also impossibly fast to catch.
Yeah.
Now OMG not having the Ashe arrow, not having the cooldown reduction in the Ashe build. That's their engage missing.
Well, hitting, but not doing anything.
Okay, Dad, their engage is currently not present.
Yes.
Sorry, Dad.
Now things nice and slow as, again, we can see Megan fighting for vision on the backside of red again and again and again before finally going for a recall. Now Kid is on the invade.
So I guess we
a quick word.
have to look at what are we waiting for OMG. If I was in this team, how do we win the game? 60 minutes is my answer. And if they get another one team fight, 70 minutes is the answer. We just have to wait. It's a Rise that scales. Graves will do a lot of damage, and Ashe will also be super relevant late game. But you have to just hold on. They have no control of vision on the top side of the map. That's where the Baron's present. They have to start showing it up. But it's really hard to walk into IG's team composition and come out on the other side alive with the vision placed.
So you can see Xiong and Duke now swapped over towards that bottom side of the map, which leaves Marge and Megan in the mid lane and top side jungle to keep on pressuring OMG, but they just haven't been able to find anything quite yet.
And SMLZ's counting his blessings that he just hasn't heard the Rengar ultimate noise in a while. At this stage in the game.
I love how you could just, by watching the minimap, whoa! Oh, that hit Rookie!
Oh, no, Rookie,
oh,
what have you done? No! He got hit by it and then went back to Icon to say, go out, have at it, do your damage.
He buffered the return distortion when he got hit by
he
the
has
backline.
Zonias.
Oh, tragic.
I mean,
he started Wing forward and then knew it wouldn't be enough, so he kept on smashing the button.
I still feel like IG can win a team fight, weirdly enough, and I don't want to say that, but it feels like it's possible, as long as they actually protect Marge. A little bit of time on Rookie, but this is a really good opportunity for OMG to at least place vision, get control around the Baron area, and slow down, once again, the pace of this game to stop Invictus Gaming from being able to do anything at all, or at least make them start the step process again from scratch.
Uh-oh. Looks like they might be trying to collapse on Marge and Megan, or instead just fighting over vision.
He actually had, like, 2 different ways out of that, Rookie.
Yeah.
2.
He could have gone right, he could have gone left.
And he actually, and accidentally, did the single worst one.
Yeah, straight in line, and then popped back because
so
he panicked.
Think this comes back to the LeBlanc changes getting him again. The delay between distortion and being able to return back to it.
Oh, Realm Warp. Oh! All 2 of them are able to escape back out as IG collapse. Despite all of the vision that OMG placed, the only thing, they know they've got Xiong for now. There they go. Now they see that it's
yeah, but watch how the
over.
Zyra now reacts as well. It's the closest person has to be super careful. Now they see it.
Keeps on swapping back around, trying to set up. Rookie gets some damage onto 5. As Duke is going to head bottom, drop Zizirot, and probably join up with the rest of his team, or potentially keep shoving. Yeah,
Duke still has his teleport, so he can sit down in that bottom lane for a more prolonged period of time than just the rock portal placement. Now, top lane is also pushing, so Maokai has to go there first. And this means that someone's got to go bottom. Icon will be the one, I would imagine, that'll actually go down there. But by putting the Rise bottom, again, we see the opportunities arise for the Baron pressure to at least be restated by IG.
There goes the Zizirot for Xiong. You can see now pressuring. Doesn't make it to the turret. That's the reduced range in action. So close, yet so far.
Yeah, but Dragon. It will help to keep it pushed, I would expect.
Yes, it will. And the minions should get some damage if nobody answers to it. You can see Duke is on his way up there right now. He actually used his Zizirot bottom, so he's going to have to clear that out before heading out to join with the rest of his team, which means OMG are grouped as 5. IG have got a small window. And
this is a second Infernal Drake they're going to be looking towards. OMG know that there's no point actually contesting this Drake. Whoa! Instead, they're just going to go straight into the Baron pit and hit it and regret hitting it.
They're looking for Duke instead, but he's singed, so they're leaving.
I don't know what they're doing.
Xiong is caught. Can I...
Oh, SMLZ might be a little bit worried.
Oh, man. Kid is running around. He's still got SMLZ. He's thinking about it.
SMLZ is even standing in the front trying to bait him to go in.
Yeah.
And that was, honestly, I don't know. Like, maybe they thought there'd be no vision on the Baron.
It looked great.
That looked awesome.
Yeah. 5-man Realm Warp into Baron. And then immediate regret.
You know, Ashe does still have the arrow, so if they catch someone that isn't Duke or Kid, or Megan, or have Megan nearby, then they can engage.
And they're okay.
But that's the state of the game that we're in.
Yeah. Now all 3 of those wards are spotted. Kid gonna clear out Scuttle first. Ooh. looking for the ward. Should still have enough time for the last one. Rookie. Ooh. Whoa.
Okay.
Still drops the Ignite before Zhonya's, and Duke looks to follow it up and gift the kill over to Rookie before heading out. It's 5 versus 4 now.
Yeah, uses his Righteous Glory, uses his Randuin's Omen.
Yeah.
There is no escape for anybody that he chooses to catch. Crowd control or not, he's got his Mercury Treads. OMG are teleporting to try and stop this. A risky teleport, though.
Yeah, over the wall, there's Duke on the far side. It's going to take him some time to get there as Icon is the target. He's on the Realm Warp, but snared down and cannot escape because of the crowd control. SMLZ is being bullied by Kid, saying, somebody please peel, as Duke is going to clean up another kill with Rookie Xiong. The tank has just been kited expertly, and the threat management for IG is on point. That is 4 kills for nothing.
Yeah, absolutely, and we have to look towards their communication as they go back towards the Baron pit. Now it's a Zyra and Ashe alive, so there's no way to contest this one. The decisions from Invictus Gaming to fight, knowing the teleport was on a really poor positional flank, was incredibly smart. Again, the shot calling's there, the decision-making and teamwork is evidenced, and Duke's teleport was also quite clever. So this is honestly good map movements from IG. And Maokai's caught. Marge ults him, walks down towards Icon. Marge doesn't even need to be a part of the communication because Rookie knows when it's time to actually go. Duke's just obnoxious. And Marge is starting to do a lot of damage. Xiong doesn't die quickly, but he is a Maokai, and when he's left alone, sooner or later, he will pop.
He certainly will, but now that's Baron at the 31-minute mark for Invictus Gaming. They've got some pretty big items, 2, 1, and 7 on their AD carry, 7, 3, and 6, and 5, 0, and 8 on Kid. Whew, I remember back in the day when this guy was an AD carry. This is impressive.
I think China wants to forget that time, but I'm glad we remember. Now, Duke sieging top lane, I don't think there's going to be much of an answer to a Baron-empowered siege on that side. The Rot Portal also going to help up there now. Rookie mid, Kid bottom. I mean, what's the answer here from OMG is...
Rookie hops in. Before getting out, the arrow goes wide.
It hits the clone again.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is really clever play from Rookie. I don't know if he's intending this to happen every time he uses his clone, but it's soaking so much damage and really important spells.
Oh, that's Megan dropping the Abyssal Voyage as Kid just walks by and Icon is forced to ult away. Whoa, that damage from the Shatter is just so strong. And now there goes Megan, going to catch up with Marge. That's all 3 tier 2s cleared up in a single Baron buff, and now they're looking for the inhib.
Yeah, 32 minutes. They've decided that they can actually group up as 5 members, utilize that Baron buff, and start to siege their way through. The cue might have been that they actually have no Ashe Arrow, so they can afford to be as a group. Marge does a lot of poke. Megan can keep them alive, as we've mentioned before. And right now, OMG just holding on for dear life. They almost might be able to do this, yeah. IG have to back away.
Yeah. Very low health on Rookie, low mana on Marge.
They just needed to calm down.
Yeah.
Like, the side waves were pushing for them. They didn't have to do it that wave. It could have been next wave.
Or the one after. They've still got Baron for a full minute.
Yeah.
However, Infernal Drake, their 3rd, is going to spawn in 60 seconds. And what better way to cap off a game than with 3 Infernal Drakes on LeBlanc and Rengar?
Even Singed will just be lapping that up. Megan will be having a field day with his 3 Infernal Drakes on Tahm Kench. This is obnoxious.
Just eating people. 24% bonus damage. Holy cow.
They might even just hold the game off to get an Elder for the sake of it.
48%. No way.
The way IG are playing the game at the moment, super slow, super methodical, you know, taking no risks unless it's a Singed. And I don't blame them.
Can you really call that a risk, though, if
exactly.
If it's a Singed? There they go once again. Kid drops the ultimate before rushing in. Duke in the front, simply zoning away by standing there. Righteous Glory and then stand still. Rookie around the far side finds Shui Shui as the first inhibitor falls. Looks like that is a visual bug on the health bar on that inhib. It is dead. And with Baron still up for another few seconds, they get the minions onto the turret and look for the next one as Rookie gets some damage onto Xiong.
Yeah, Rookie's actually just dying to turrets at the moment, not actually damage from enemy champions. SMLZ again, no ultimate. It gets constantly used. Zyra, no ultimate. So their disengage, even their engage, is now completely lacking. And I do really challenge that Graves pick in this situation. They should have went for an earlier rotation of the Lee Sin that was taken away from them that we mentioned.
Instead, though, opting for, I believe it was the Rise before going for the
Ash.
different pick. Yeah, the Ash. I wrote this down completely wrong.
Okay, Ash Rise.
Yeah.
Good night.
As Rookie gets Shui Shui. Woo, this is brutal. And there goes the Realm Warp to keep Kid away. This is savage. This is Invictus Gaming cleaning up.
Yeah, they're completely wiping the floor with OMG. And I said they're taking this slow. I feel like we're starting to hit a point where they can start speeding something up because they're just so big. Get in there.
Taking their time for it. Okay, so then they're going to siege this inhibitor and potentially look for a few more picks. While that's happening, let's take a look at OMG. What can they do moving into the next game to change this up so they don't...
Oh no,
well,
they're
I guess
fighting,
they're
though.
actually fighting now. Looking for the inhibitor turret. That's the first one falling. Duke zoning SMLZ5 and Icon in the back. Xiang in the front, forced to flash. Rookie forced to hop away from the ambient AoE damage as Marge looks for some damage. The inhib falls. Rookie doesn't quite get hit as Kid preps a snare but tosses it out, doesn't find anything. So the inhibitor falls.
Yeah.
OMG are still floating.
But it was just brute forced as well. Nobody dead from the side of IG. Nobody even from OMG is actually passed to the other side at the moment either. They just walked at them and made them run away until the inhibitor was the closest target, and they took the inhibitor down. At this point in the game, I would be respecting them too if I was OMG. 3 Infernal Drakes on damage-dealing champions. Not a lot of answers available. At this stage, we're still waiting for the 70-minute mark. But there's no answer to the Singe, who actually has a GA. And that wasn't even popped either. They can't kill him.
We're halfway to that 70-minute mark. OMG have got plenty of time. So speaking of OMG then, this game is remarkably brutal. 17-6, nearly 3 times as many kills. 4 Dragons, 2 inhibs down, plus a Baron, another one in 50 seconds. Let's look ahead. What can they do in game number 2? Is it a gameplay thing? Is this picks and bans?
Yes and no.
Okay.
It's definitely a pick ban question mark that we can raise about them, but we have to look beyond pick ban because of how they currently played this game is something we'll have to bring into question. They have 2 turrets. They have losing lanes, effectively. The Singe will outscale sooner or later the Maokai. Even starts at an advantage in a way and deals with tanks quite well. Singe very good into tanks. They are looking.
Flanking again. Kid on the hunt once again, but the Realm Warp pulls that squishy support back. Shui Shui is separated on Icon, or Kid knows this. He's looking for someone, anything.
He's just keeping them all questioning because it's the last wave to push. Rise has wave clear, but Rookie.
Yeah, they're going to try to force the issue now. Kid finds Shui Shui on the side, zones him away. Xiang on the front. Rookie in the front, eating a lot more damage as well. As they're traded back, Xiang gets tossed back. Megan ready to consume that very tanky Maokai as that's the first kill. Shui Shui on the side, drops to Kid, whose GA still hasn't been popped. As the Abyssal Voyage is going to bring Kench right back in. Icon gets knocked back before they finally get a kill onto Marge, but Duke zones 5 away. Rookie gets the chain. Oh, doesn't have enough damage. Duke tries to go in. Oh, but Rookie doesn't get the finishing blow. Finally, however, he does get the kill at the end. The Nexus will fall despite the Zerat portal. And that's IG taking game number 1 over OMG.
As far as game 1s go, I would say that was a pretty commanding start for Invictus Gaming.
Yeah.
They handled it expertly. They were patient, they were calm until the Nexus turret was in question. Look how badass he is as well.
that's the expression I expect every Singe player has, like, oh, just another day in the base. Another day proxying 2 turrets deep.
Yeah, and a lot of questions for the side of OMG, but right now it's all praise for Invictus Gaming. Kid, yeah, I mean, we could say he just got Rengar, but he still played it well. And for somebody who, again, has transitioned from AD carry to jungle, has shown at least comfort in the role, in the position that he is now playing. So good moves from Kid. Duke seems to have at least started well joining his new side, and Rookie definitely mechanically still there, still showing the highest of capabilities right now.
Yeah, the Hitman that you were talking about earlier, Rookie, just even from level 3, demonstrating, hey, I want to kill you. That's really, really bad. Here you can see, take a look at some of the statistics. Overall, a 12,000 gold lead by the time the game ended, plus looks like 10 turrets. OMG took 2 in that entire game.
Yeah, and this comes back to that draft phase that we mentioned before. Singed will do well. The bottom lane was the only place where there might have been an issue, and we didn't really see Graves there because of how Kid was pressuring. He was constantly in places. They at least had it mapped out. That says a lot. And
yeah.
That shouldn't ever, like, I know Zyra does a lot of damage. Don't get me wrong.
But again, with a Ryze, Graves, and Ashe?
Yeah, and Maokai almost out-damaged the Graves and the Ryze. That's the state of the game. And, like, I will bring it back again to draft later on, but, like, you can see reasons for why the Ryze and the Graves weren't able to do damage. The Graves is the standout to me. He should have been something else, I think, because it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, and that feels like it's something that we saw a lot over the course of the game. Shui Shui would find opportunities, he would find windows, but he was always a step behind Kid, who just was teaming up with Rookie and picking up kills.
Yeah, I mean, Shui Shui is a good jungler. He's definitely a sound jungler. He's come into his stride quite well by the end of the last year, but Kid was just leaps and bounds ahead. Kid and Rookie as a duo were leaps and bounds ahead of Shui Shui and Icon, and this was a pretty clean and clear-cut victory from the middle lane and the jungle, respectively, reflecting the rest of the Rift.
Yeah, and meanwhile, while we were sort of expecting strong play from Rookie and, of course, Kid on that very strong Rengar, the bottom lane for IG also showed a lot of success. Despite being on a legitimate island, they still ended up only 10 CS down.
Yeah, and let's be clear. Success for IG's bottom lane is not dying.
Don't be.
Because the average for them is dying. But Baolan comes in, you know, Marge, Megan, they work together, and it was a very good duo in the way that the Tahm Kench can keep them alive. They weren't behind in CS, which is a surprising thing to say, honestly, considering the lane that they were against. Zyra and Ashe has a lot of pressure. Varus does poke well, but not that early in the game and not against what he was up against. And so, yeah, you've got to give them credit. As far as the 2v2 went, as far as the bottom lane went, they did their part. They came into the mid game, came into the late game, and they still did a lot of work.
They certainly did. On the other side, though, OMG, it seemed like over the course of the game, they let the threat of Invictus Gaming just put out more pressure than Invictus Gaming actually did. I mean, as you mentioned, the one Rengar ultimate, let Rookie take a turret.
Yeah.
Should that have been the case? I feel like they could have attempted fighting or grouping.
I mean, by that point in the game, there wasn't a lot of options. The Rengar was the big member. He was 5-0 at that point in the game. So if he presses R, you respect that R button, you run the heck away and just hope that it's not actually you that he wants. And that he's not actually the closest to you, which is what we saw. Because when the icon comes above your head, you run away.
You turn around.
You actually run from your turret because it's not safe. Like, that's the state of the game that they were in. So it shouldn't do that much. And yes, they should be taking counteractive measures, OMG. They should be utilizing their team composition's engage tool, which is the Ashe and the Zyra working together. They should have a Maokai come in with a deep flank, and they should actually make that work. But every time that we saw them try and Maokai flank or Maokai teleport in, it was too slow, firstly. So we have to look at their team communication. Wasn't great. Besides that point, every time that they tried to actually get in, the flank was okay. IG would go the opposite direction to the Maokai and kill the other 4 because their team composition was 4 carries in a tank. And the tank was on a flank somewhere else. Like, he needed to actually be in front of his team, soaking it up.
There was that opportunity with the very early fight. I think it was actually one of the first fights of the game where it was full 5v5, and Rookie just got huge AoE on everyone with a big distortion. Even from that point, you started to see OMG just sort of fall apart in the course of that fight. Could we speak to the communication of that?
So to me, that fight was the game decider in a way. So Rookie getting that fed, the bottom lane getting, you know, in a position where they weren't losing. Like, if that went the other way and OMG actually won, that could have been OMG in the driver's seat actually having advantages and perhaps pushing that further. But because you get a LeBlanc, you get a Rengar ahead, you get a Singed ahead, things are never going to look the opposite direction. So whilst we said OMG should be making these plays, that one fight in bottom lane sets IG up perfectly. And to, like, go one step further than that, Duke teleported first.
Yes, he did. And he was able to get into the back line very quickly. But in addition to that, I mean, Duke was kind of on an island that entire game. Of course, that is the nature of Singed. Let's talk a little bit about picks and bans looking forward towards that next match then.
So, I think we're going to talk about MVP first.
We've got the MVP graphic right here. That's going to Kid 6-0-9. That's the 3rd jungler MVP so far today.
Yeah, absolutely right. Junglers obviously have a big impact, especially at the moment. The camps you're able to clear, but Kid was Rengar.
Yeah.
Let's just highlight the Kid got MVP, but Rengar also got MVP.
Yeah.
He did have a really big impact on the map, so I will agree with his MVP performance. Rookie also closest, perhaps, but he made enough mistakes individually that I'm happy they gave it to Kid instead. You don't want to reward these mistakes that are happening, you know? Rookie shouldn't feel good that he kept getting hit by Ash Arrows as a LeBlanc with Zone Use and Flash.
Yeah. It seemed like Rookie was just hungry for the kills. Like, hey, I'm back in the LPL. The season has started again. Let me be Rookie.
Yeah.
So then, again, let's bring it back to those picks and bans. Of course, that Rengar, you can't let that get through once again, seeing how strong that is. The fact that you push one button and you completely disable their Ash Arrow. We're actually going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll get back to the picks and bans after this short 3 minutes, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right here.